5:01 on Daybreak. And Bills Mafia asking the big question, why the Chiefs?
They can move around. If we don't trade with them, someone else can to get whatever player they're targeting. To me, it's got to make sense for us.
Yeah, Brandon Beane explaining why the Bills decided to make the first of two trades last night, swapping their 28th pick with Kansas City for pick 32.
Yeah, of course, it raises a lot of eyebrows, but ultimately the Bills had the chance to draft whoever they wanted and passed not just once, but twice. This morning, two on your sides, Adam Benigni and Vic Carucci have their take on the situation after day one.
All right, Adam Benigni, Vic Carucci, where obviously the Bills did not make a selection here at the team headquarters, in the war room during the first round of this NFL draft. Instead, they trade twice, trade out of the first round, get back into the third, add value, but they trade with the arch rival Chiefs first, and then the Carolina Panthers, both of whom draft receivers, which of course was the Bills' top area of need. This wasn't a hard one to digest for a lot of Bills fans.
Yeah, I think the hardest part of that digestion is going to be trading with the Chiefs and putting them in a position where they might have made their team better. And the Bills, of course, had that need at wide receiver and still have that need at wide receiver. And actually, you could argue two gaping holes there. But the fact that they choose to deal with the defending Super Bowl champs, the team that has consistently bounced them out of the postseason, is a head scratcher.
And Xavier Worthy, a record 40-yard dash time, is who winds up going to Kansas City. In any event, though, you talk about value, philosophy. You hear Brandon Beane talk about that. Does this further signify to you? I mean, I thought the Diggs trade was the last thing that did, but this philosophy in this draft, a reset. It's not a reload when you have a franchise quarterback or a rebuild, I should say, and more of a reset of the roster when you have a quarterback like Josh Allen. Does this indicate that, especially given their cap situation?
Yeah, it feels that way. It certainly feels like they didn't see much that excited them in the first round, despite the needs. And sometimes, you're dictated by that, or that dictates what you do. And it still, to me, feels like there also might have been some overthought in how they did this. They just didn't say, we need a receiver, let's go get one. We need a cornerback, let's go get one. They're really just loading up with a lot of picks, which makes you wonder what the strategy will be on day two and beyond.
Real quick, we're running out of time here, but your best guess as to what they're going to do at 33, the first pick of the second round.
I'll say receiver again, but I wouldn't rule out a defensive player or maybe two receivers in the second round.
Yeah, they have two second-round picks, and they do have some options in what is a deep receiver class. For Vic Carucci, Adam Benigni, Channel 2 Sports.
All right, so there you go. And while there is still a lot to unpack, the overwhelming reaction from Bills Mafia was expectedly negative.
Right. Outside of the sting of trading with the Chiefs, there is still plenty of hope, though, that this draft works out in the end.
You can't, if you're going to make a trade, you cannot make a trade with the Kansas City Chiefs. You can't make a trade with the Kansas City Chiefs.
We got the first pick in the second round, so I'm definitely optimistic about everything. I'm nervous. I hope we make the right guy, the right pick, and keep our Super Bowl window wide open.
So once again, the Bills now have three picks today. Numbers 33, the first in the second round, and then number 60 and 95. And stick with us throughout the weekend as we continue to follow the draft. We'll bring you updates as they happen, both on air and online. And you can download our app on your smartphone anytime for free.
It is 5:05.